If you're over 65 and still eating the same toast and coffee breakfast you did at 40, you're actively losing muscle every single morning. This meal has changed its job description. It stops being simple fuel and starts acting as preventative medicine. The choices you make between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. determine whether your body moves toward daily repair or whether it enters a state of slow metabolic decline. Forget the expensive powders and complicated routines. We are focusing on 3 crucial shifts in nutrient density that require almost no extra effort, yet fundamentally change how your body ages. Today, we build your blueprint for longevity. This plan focuses on 3 essential nutritional pillars that specifically combat the primary drivers of aging for men over 60: muscle loss, cognitive fog, and chronic inflammation. Once we master the food, we address the final, crucial component: timing. The optimal protein timing window is likely not what you think, and we will reveal it later. Get this timing wrong, and even the perfect meal falls short. This strategy is for the man who understands that aging is inevitable, but decline is optional. If you are serious about maintaining strength, energy, and mental sharpness well into your 70s and 80s, these 3 steps are essential. Why does the 7 a.m. choice matter more than ever before? Because the cumulative effect of a weak breakfast is years of unnecessary decline. If you want us to keep cutting through the noise and delivering clarity on topics like maximizing recovery and maintaining bone density, subscribe to Man in Motion now. Let's start with the most important element for the aging body. Pillar 1, the protein trigger. Simply eating protein at breakfast is no longer sufficient. The challenge we face is something called anabolic resistance. Think of your muscle cells like a locked door. When you were 40, a small amount of protein was enough to trigger the key. But as we age, that door becomes stiff. We need a much larger dose of protein to flip the switch and start muscle protein synthesis, the process where muscle rebuilds and repairs. What if your standard 15 grams of protein isn't even registering in your muscles? The research is clear. To counteract anabolic resistance, men over 60 need approximately 30 to 40 grams of high-quality protein per meal to reach that crucial anabolic threshold. If you eat 2 eggs and a piece of sausage, you are likely only getting 15 to 20 grams. That's enough to fuel your metabolism, but it is not enough to signal your muscles to grow and repair. You are essentially leaving half the rebuilding potential untapped every single morning. How do you hit this 35-gram target without feeling stuffed? The answer is nutrient density. Our focus food is Greek yogurt or cottage cheese. A full cup of plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt delivers 20 to 23 grams of protein immediately. Add a scoop of high-quality whey or casein protein powder purely as an amplifier, and you easily surpass the 35-gram threshold. But we must be strategic about the type of protein. We need the amino acid leucine. Leucine is the specific molecular key that tells your body, start building now. Dairy sources like cottage cheese and Greek yogurt are naturally leucine-rich. If you are aiming for true strength preservation, ensure your morning meal is packed with high-quality bioavailable leucine. Is it possible to hit 35 grams without drinking an entire gallon of milk? Yes, if you prioritize density.
But what if you run into a common issue, like dairy sensitivity? If milk causes problems, pivot to alternatives. Whey protein isolate is virtually lactose-free. You can also use fortified soy milk or pea protein powder alternatives. The principle remains the same. Quantify your protein intake and hit that 30 to 40 gram anabolic trigger zone. Your strength and stability depend on hitting this number daily. Moving past muscle, let's talk about cognitive performance. This brings us to Pillar 2, closing the fiber and cognitive gap. Do you experience that lack of focus, that heavy-lidded feeling around 10 a.m.? That 10 a.m. crash, it's not just tiredness. It's often a sign of a blood sugar roller coaster. When you consume quick-digesting carbohydrates like white toast or sugary cereals, the rapid blood sugar spike accelerates a process called glycation, which is linked to cellular aging, especially in your brain's delicate systems. You need stable, slow-burn energy. The solution is soluble fiber. Soluble fiber mixes with water in your gut, creating a gel that dramatically slows the absorption of sugar. This stabilizes your energy, eliminates the morning crash, and provides essential fuel for your gut microbiome, the army of organisms that directly influence your mood and immune health. Our target food is a simple duo: ground flaxseed and chia seeds. They require zero cooking. 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed added to your meal provides approximately 3 grams of soluble fiber, along with essential lignans linked to reducing chronic disease risk. Remember this crucial detail: they must be ground. If you eat whole flax seeds, they pass through undigested, and you miss the nutritional benefit. But fiber isn't the only cognitive tool. We need choline. Choline is vital for producing acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter critical for sharp memory and reliable muscle control. Where do we find choline? In the humble egg yolk. For decades, men were wrongly told to fear the yolk because of old cholesterol concerns. Modern science confirms that dietary cholesterol from egg yolks has a negligible impact on blood cholesterol for most people. Are you tossing the single best ingredient for brain health in the trash every morning? If you are currently eating an egg white omelet, you are skipping the single most potent source of brain fuel in your breakfast. Aim to include at least 2 whole eggs or the yolks from 4 eggs to guarantee you meet your daily choline needs. Sharp focus and reliable memory allow you to live life fully. You have now established the first 2 pillars: 35 grams of protein and a handful of fiber, choline-rich foods. Now, let's address the silent killer that accelerates aging in every system. This is Pillar 3, the anti-inflammatory blockade. Chronic low-grade inflammation is not always painful. It is persistent cellular stress that contributes to everything from joint stiffness to vascular problems. We often treat inflammation like an inevitability. But what if your morning drink is actively pouring fuel on the fire? We need powerful antioxidants and healthy fats to neutralize free radicals. We'll focus on 2 foods that pack a massive anti-inflammatory punch: blueberries and walnuts. Blueberries are the kings of antioxidants, loaded with flavonoids called anthocyanins. These compounds are strongly linked to improved vascular function and protection against cognitive decline. Research suggests that regular consumption may help improve memory function. If you are adding fruit to your meal, make it blueberries, not highly processed juices.
Our second blocker is walnuts. They are unique among nuts because they contain high levels of plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, ALA. These fats are highly effective at reducing inflammatory markers. Walnuts are also linked to improved endothelial function, meaning the lining of your blood vessels stays flexible and healthy. A simple action step: measure out a 1/4 cup of walnuts and 1/2 cup of frozen blueberries. Mix them directly into your Greek yogurt. They provide flavor, texture, fiber, and potent anti-aging compounds. Now, let's expose the common culprit that negates all this effort: sugar-loaded fruit juices and sweetened dairy products. When you consume commercial fruit juice, you are drinking highly concentrated fructose without the stabilizing fiber of the whole fruit. This sugar rush creates an oxidative burden and directly fuels the inflammation we are trying to fight. Swap the juice for plain water, black coffee, or a small glass of unsweetened vegetable juice. By making this one swap, you immediately reduce systemic stress. Which common breakfast item completely cancels out the benefits of these powerful foods? It's often the beverage. We have covered the 3 pillars: protein for muscle, fiber and choline for the brain, and antioxidants for blocking inflammation. But simply eating these foods is still not enough if the timing is wrong. It is time to close the first loop and discuss the optimal timing window.
Remember anabolic resistance? Your muscle needs a massive protein signal when it is most receptive, and when the body is in its most catabolic state, the hours immediately following waking. When you sleep, your body breaks down muscle tissue for amino acids. By the time you wake up, your system is already in a deficit. This window is your opportunity to halt the muscle breakdown and immediately kickstart rebuilding. The data is clear. To maximize metabolic benefits and prevent muscle wasting, you must consume your robust 35-gram protein breakfast within 60 minutes of waking. If you wait 2 or 3 hours, perhaps only drinking coffee, your body has been breaking down muscle for that entire period. You spend the rest of the day simply trying to catch up. A simple, actionable commitment is to prepare your Greek yogurt or cottage cheese the night before. Have your walnuts and flaxseed ready to go. You want the meal to require minimal thought and effort when you are tired in the morning. Consume it quickly and guarantee your muscles get the leucine stimulus they need right when they need it most. This 60-minute window is the greatest timing hack for functional strength. Finally, let's address necessary adaptations. If you struggle with digestive sensitivity or lactose intolerance, pivot. As mentioned, whey protein isolate is virtually lactose-free, or you can use plant-based protein powders. The nutritional goal must stay sacred: 35 grams of protein and high fiber. If chewing or dental issues make hard foods difficult, use a blender. A nutrient-dense breakfast smoothie is a perfect delivery system. Blend together Greek yogurt, protein powder, ground flax, chia seeds, and frozen blueberries. This concentrated shake delivers all 3 pillars in a highly digestible format. If you feel satiety and volume are overwhelming, remember that protein and fiber are your best tools against hunger. A high-protein breakfast dramatically reduces the temptation for high-calorie, low-nutrient snacking later in the morning. This meal keeps you full, focused, and energized until lunchtime.
We redefined breakfast as a critical, strategic meal built upon 3 pillars. You are not just eating, you are investing in your functional longevity. By committing to these 3 simple, science-backed tweaks, you are giving your body the tools it needs to resist decline, maintain strength, and stay sharp. If you found this breakdown valuable, and if you are ready to implement these changes today, hit the like button now. Your feedback helps us produce more evidence-based content specifically tailored for men over 60. And if you are committed to mastering your health, not just your mornings, subscribe to Man in Motion and ring that notification bell. We deliver actionable insights every week to help you defy decline. The control you seek over your future health doesn't start with a drastic diet. It starts with a simple choice, made consistently 60 minutes after you wake up. Take control of your morning, and you take control of your long game.